used to be a snake, I used to be a dove. Let's fall in love again. Maybe we can make it right. Softer, softer, softer. Let me be your fantasy tonight. Tonight. Bye-bye. Come hither with the hickory tree in the rain. You used to be an oak, I used to be the moon. I know that we can fall in love again. I know. This time we can make it right. Softer, softer. Let me be, I wanna be your fantasy tonight. Come hither, slither with into my brand new boudoir. I used to be a snake, you used to be a dove. I know we've got to fall in love again. Fall in love again. Maybe we can make it right. Softer, softer, softer. Let me be your fantasy tonight. It is not dying. It is not dying. Lay down all thoughts, surrender to the void. It is shining. It is shining. Yet you may see the meaning of within. It is being. It is being. Love is all and love is everywhere. It is knowing. It is known. And ignorance and hate mourn the dead. It is believing. It is believing. But listen to the color of your dreams. It is not living. It is not leaving. Not leaving. Not leaving. Not leaving. Not leaving. So play the game of existence to the end of the beginning, of the beginning, of the beginning, of the beginning.
So some of you know that Cassandra Wilson plays guitar. And usually she's seen playing the latest acoustic guitar that she's acquired someplace where we've been on the planet. And this year, when I said, hey, Cassandra, would you like to do a tour with Harriet Tubman? And she said, really? And I said, yeah. But I want you to play your electric guitar and turn up.
Keep going.
And in fact, she did. No, I'm very happy. Yes. You got it. This song is called I'll Overcome Someday. It's written by Mr. Tinsley. It's an African-American traditional classic. And this is a piece we've been doing with the trio for a bit, and I used to sing it.
You want to sing tonight?
No, and then Cassandra started singing it, so I don't sing it anymore.
That was it.
This world is one great battlefield with forces all arrayed. If in my heart I do not yield, I'll overcome someday. I'll overcome someday. I'll overcome someday. If in my heart I do not yield, I'll overcome someday. Seen and unseen forces join, drive my soul astray. Oh, but with His word, a sword of mine, I'll overcome someday. I'll overcome someday. I'll overcome someday. Oh, and with His word, the sword of mine, I'll overcome
Question of the day. How many people in this audience have been to Kentucky? So those of you who've been to Kentucky can tell the people who haven't that you see that instrument that Brandon is playing a lot there, don't you? But ask yourself this: how did that instrument get to Kentucky? It was not invented there. That instrument took a very long journey to get to Kentucky. And it came from Africa. And one of the reasons that Tubman and Black Sun do quite a few songs with that instrument is to honor our people who came from Africa. Because at the end of the day, we all came from Africa.
Does that mean we're all Negroes? Are we all Negroes?
Well, we all got the same mama, right? So, do the math yourselves, And the people from the part of Africa that brought the banjo with them went through Virginia, over the mountains into Kentucky. There's another set of people that came from Africa that ended up a little further south, down in the state where Cassandra's from, Mississippi. And they had a very particular way of taking what they brought with them. And we're gonna show a little bit of that particular way of doing things right about now. That's right.
Yeah, baby.
So do you all know about that? Do you know about that thing we just did? Do you know about North Mississippi? No, you don't know about, okay, so I'm sure all of you know about Ali Farka Touré. Okay, so if Ali Farka Touré had been, or his people had been brought over on a boat, the people in North Mississippi would sound like Ali Farka Touré, and he would sound like what we kind of just did, our interpretation of the North Mississippi hill country, the blues tradition. So this is people like R.L. Burnside, deceased, Junior Kimbrough, deceased, and it's American music. It's like it's our music, and it's rich, and all of us need to know about that.
So, when I was a young musician trying to learn how to play this instrument, I grew up in Jamaica, Queens. A lot of great musicians from Jamaica, Queens. I mean, I'm in Brooklyn for 30 years, but I'm from Jamaica, Queens. And we used to rehearse in my basement, you know, we try to copy the songs that my mom and dad and my uncles used to listen to, like, you know, Muddy Waters and, you know, B.B. King, Ray Charles, Nancy Wilson, Dinah Washington. I can keep going forever. And after a while, we were getting there. But then later, as my grandmother got older, she came to live with us. And she'd be in the house all day listening to us playing. And when we would get something right, she would come down the stairs and point like this. You know, it was deep. But what she was saying was, look, you know, we come from a rich tradition, and if I hear something that reminds me of church or my journey or our people, our spiritual, then you're going on the right path, you know. Then keep that stuff in there. And, you know, we try to, as we grow and challenge the music, we want to make sure that we keep a piece of that cornmeal in there for the ancestors up there watching over us.
Southern trees bear a strange fruit. Blood on the leaves and blood at the root. Black body swaying in the southern breeze. Strange fruit is hanging from the poplar tree. Pastoral scene of the gallant South. Bulging eyes and the twisted mouth. Scent of magnolia, so sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a song, here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, oh, for the sun to rot, for the tree to drop. Here is a strange and bitter crop. And bitter crop. A strange and bitter crop.
Thank you very much. Hello, Brooklyn. It's great to be here, y'all. It's really great to be here back in the city. We were in, where were we? Albany, yeah. Our state's capital. We were there yesterday. Yeah, and Cuomo didn't come by. What's up with that? I invited him. I called him, you know, I said, oh, what's up, man? You coming down? We were only about a few blocks from his house. But I think he had to go visit his, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't know what to... I love y'all too. I love you very much. I've been down south for a long time. And let me tell you, we have a lot of bow-legged men where I come from. I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? I feel like I'm in a cathedral. All I wanted was a bow-legged man. All my life, all I wanted was a bow-legged man. But they get on top of your roof, climb up under your car, build you a house, then they play their guitars, they make music that lingers in your dreams. Love a bow-legged man. Down in Mississippi, they got a lot of bow-legged men. Down in Mississippi, got a lot of bow-legged men. Where they ride their horses and the pickup trucks, put supper on the table. Doesn't take too much to fall in love with the perfect gap between their knees. Please, the love of bow-legged man. Yeah. was a bow-legged man. He was a jack of all trades and a master of many. Well, he got up in the morning, go to work all day, come home in the evening. I can still hear him play that music that lingers in your dreams. He played music that lingers in your dreams. Music that lingers in your dreams. He played that music that lingers in your dreams. He played music. Music lingering in my dreams. Thank you very much.
Once upon a time, I was in Kennedy Airport going to Europe for the purpose of doing what I do, which is playing this thing. And I noticed a group of people that I rarely see in the airport, which was a group of, I don't know, they looked like they were from North Carolina, you know, African American. I figured that maybe they were a church group, you know, because they were kind of like everywhere in the airport. There must have been, I don't know, 50 or 60 of them. And the reason I thought they were from North Carolina was because I saw this particular couple sitting in one corner of the thing, and they had this basket of chicken open, and they were eating the fried chicken, and I was kind of like, wow, I've seen that a gazillion times. And so I know they must, you know, and you know the church thing, they always make the food and all of that. So I was kind of like, wow, this is kind of interesting. So I stood on the line, and they were a little bit ahead of me, and I heard one of the couples talking, and they definitely had that North Carolina accent, you know, the kind of little swing to the thing. So I decided to go up and talk to them and find out, you know, get their story, because, you know, I have to tell stories like this all the time, so I needed one. So, in any case, as I got closer to them, I realized that they were speaking an African language. And all of a sudden, I couldn't understand a word they were saying, and it sounded like, you know, some kind of generic African language. But when I stepped back far enough away where I couldn't actually understand the syllables, but I could hear the note, it sounded exactly like somebody from North Carolina. So I did go up to them to ask them who they were and how long they had been in America. You know, I figured maybe they lived in Harlem, you know. It turned out they were from Ghana. And it was their first time in the States. And I realized, you know, there's a lot of things that we do that there's a precedent. And it's the same, but it's different.
out on tour for the first time this past October. And our first stop was Istanbul. Hot space, hot town. You know, last year, I don't know if you remember, I'm sure you do, there was a lot going on in Istanbul. There were people that were out walking and hitting the square and painting their steps all colors of the rainbow. And we were actually given a directive before we left to write a song for each town city that we went to. And our first stop was Istanbul. And this is a song that we wrote for Istanbul. It's called Taller.
The writing is on the wall. The rainbow is on my steps. I promised myself that I would only listen to the voice that gives me breath. My freedom is all I have. My freedom is all I own. You can't control the way that I talk my talk. You cannot take away the place I call home. When you shoot me down, I will grow taller. You will grow smaller, then fade away. When you shoot me down, I will grow taller. You will grow smaller. I will rise up again. I will rise up again and again and again and again. The people take to the streets. They offer their souls. They will not stop until the guns have been thrown away. We will not stop until the story unfolds. Freedom is all we have. Freedom is all I own. You can't control the way that I walk my walk. You cannot take away the place I call home. If you shoot me down, I will grow taller. You will grow smaller and then fade away. When you shoot me down, I will grow taller. You will grow smaller. I will rise up again. The writing is on the wall. The colors are on my steps. I promised myself that I would only listen to the voice that gives me breath. My freedom is all I have. Freedom is all I own. You can't control the way that I walk my walk. You cannot take away the place I call home. If you shoot me down, I will grow taller. You will grow smaller and then fade away. When you shoot me down, I will grow taller. You will grow smaller. I will rise up again. Yeah. I will rise up again. Thank you.
J.T. Lewis on drums, Melvin Gibbs on bass, Cassandra Wilson on vocals and guitar, Black Sun, thanks for catching a tan with us. Keep in touch.